Hello, party people of the world. How's it going, guys? Daniel von Herbulis and Evan Halfmann, Red Llama.
Red Llama.
Fireside?
Fireside People. Fireside People is the moniker. Fireside Silence is the Twitter.
Yeah. And I'm Danny VNCR, still on Twitter. Piss. Yeah. What's up, guys? We're here with the first cut. Today's episode is a special one. Synth Pop 2. We're doing Synth Pop the second time around. I usually ask Evan about it, but I didn't today because I didn't want to. Fuck Evan, you know what I mean? Let's get started with our first pick, Tyler Burns. His album Penge and the song Secrets on the Radio. Evan! How you doing, buddy?
Just fine, my boy.
Sweet, dude. Appreciate that. This album, for all who care, which should be all, was released last month, October 2019.
This is fucking awesome. It
was like 2 weeks ago. It was released.
Look at this no support. Holy shit.
Yeah, it was released on Halloween of this year. Has 3 supporters. Yeah, it's fucking awesome. This dude is from Portland, Oregon. Shout out to my boys in Portland, Oregon, and gals. What's up, Tyler Burns? We're right just north of you, up here near Canada and Washington State. So, hit me up if you want to have a beer sometime. I'll be down in Oregon, I think, in January. Planning on taking a trip down to California.
This is dank.
Sick as fuck. So, Synth Pop, we did it once before. It was a long time ago, back when we had very first started the show. It was back before we were even listening to music on the show. Like, we would listen to it, and we would talk about it, but we were really... I love that chord change, by the way. We didn't play the music for YouTube reasons. Because we, every time we would make one of these episodes, we'd get big old fucking copyright strikes where they'd be like, "Hey, you can't monetize this shit," and we never did. We never tried to. So like, it wound up being okay, but eventually, obviously, we started playing the music with, and now we're here. But Synth Pop 1 was originally not with music, as well as Dark Ambient 1, prog rock. Oddly, melodic death metal, which was the very first episode I did by myself, and then the 5th episode, jazz, was the first time we played music while we listened to it.
That was a good list, jazz. I remember that one.
Yeah, I remember all of the lists and all of the artists and all of the songs ever.
Holy crap!
That would be fucking something. We do plan on someday going back and listening to all of those quiet artists again while actually listening to them. I think that would be a lot of fun, but that's probably in the somewhat distant future. Listen to our buddies like Santa Oberwent and Comrade Hat and Black Magic.
I'm going to say this again. This is going to be like the 4th time I've said this for this pick, but this is awesome. This is like,
it's sick.
This is like 1985 incarnate. Like, Tears for Fears is like one of my favorite bands ever, and like this is like so reminiscent. This is great.
Well done, Mr. Tyler Burns.
Yeah.
That being said, this is episode 25. For those keeping track, which should be all of you because you clicked on the link that said episode 25. Every 5 episodes, we do a drinking game. Today's drinking game will be a little lighter on our ends. By all means, use whatever meter you like. If you want to take shots, if you want to take drinks, whatever you like. We're just doing drinks
no body shots.
No body shots. Not today. Next time, though, I'll take a shot out of Evan's foreskin. But today...
I do still have one. I'm joking.
Do you really?
I don't.
I was going to say, we've been friends for like over a decade, but I've never seen your penis. Which is funny because I've talked about it so many times on this show. They're like, "Evan, oh my God, your penis is out."
Well, actually, I was thinking about, honestly, this podcast, I was thinking about doing it and taking my shorts off because my shorts are kind of, they're just kind of tight. They're a little riding up a little bit, and I figured
sweatpants you can borrow.
Get a little loose and more comfy. But I didn't want any wardrobe malfunctions to occur.
Yeah, no
necessarily.
No surprise erections. So that being said, today's drinking game rule Drum roll, please. Give me that saucy drum roll. Today's drinking game rule is every time one of your co-hosts says the term literally,
after this instance,
yeah, of course. So every time Evan or I say literally,
after this instance,
after the explanation, we have to take a drink. You have to take a drink.
I'm nervous.
That's how it goes. So we have our drinks on hand. Of course, if we run out, then we run out. We're going to try to be very studious of calling each other out. And of course, if I say it, we both have to drink. If Evan says it, we both have to drink. And that goes for all of you lovely people at home. Evan, how have you been?
Fantastic, my man.
Thanks, dude. I don't know why I thanked you, but thanks. Thanks for being fantastic. Thanks for being so fucking pretty.
Yeah. I'm grooving. I'm big on this kind of music. This is definitely like home to me. It's weird. I mean, I was not around for this like style of music for the height of its popularity.
You were a gleam in your father's eye.
I was a gleam in my papa's eye. And
you're a gleam in your daddy's mustache. Or on his bald head.
Oh, now I almost have my dad's mustache. Jesus Christ, I'm that close.
Yeah.
But this is great, man.
Isn't it sick?
Beautiful. Oh, a little whistling.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Yeah, it's so nice. All of our picks today are so great, but I love featuring artists who, when I see they're supported by, it is just disturbingly low. And I'm not saying that that's the case for this artist in general, but certainly for this album, which, to be fair, did just release. But, be fucking cool. Go pick it up. Get it before everyone else. Be the hipster in this case. The shit is awesome. But, I love synth pop. It's just so fucking good.
But always remember that we were into this before it became popular.
Yeah, absolutely. This was not a thing back in like the 1980s or anything, or the greater new wave movement or anything else. Shoegaze and everything else. But we have some very varying picks for sure in this list, which of course also makes me very, very happy. We have 4 picks today.
Selling stocks for DNA. That's a good lyric.
What did you just say to me?
These lyrics are really good, actually.
Yeah.
American is my favorite language.
Yeah, that's the name of the song. But yeah, a bunch of varying picks. We have 4 picks today to make up for the 2 that we had last time. And just because some of these are like pretty short. They're more like EPs than albums, and I typically don't like to do that. But frankly, I think all of our picks today are just really fucking good. So, you know how it'd be.
For sure.
I like A Handful of Dust. That's a great song name. I try not to burp typically on this podcast, but I'm drinking beer, so sorry.
So you know what? Why don't you just hold your reservations?
Why don't you just hold me? Please?
Well, yeah, I want to hold you in slow dance to this damn music.
Yeah, seriously. Just love me fucking right. Fucking do me slow. This beer I'm drinking, it is a porter. Evan had one earlier. It is a porter. It comes from Bellingham, Washington, to the company Boundary Bay. Shout out to Boundary Bay.
Sponsor us or fight us. You know the drill.
Yeah. You've heard it before. And the beer is called Dark Darkness, which I guess is based off of an online series, which is kind of cool. It's some tabletop based thing. I think a fantasy something or other. I haven't seen it, but I have heard of it. It's good. It's real good beer. I do love a good stout, and I do love a good porter. I'm a big malt boy when it comes to beers. I like my beers malty, not hoppy.
I like hoppiness because I'm a freak of nature. I'm your average white man.
Average white bearded man from Bellingham, for sure.
Especially during November.
Oh boy. November.
Which I wasn't going to partake, but my boss where I work is a cancer survivor and informed me it's my duty to grow out a beard because it's for some reason is like solidarity for those who have cancer and those who survive cancer.
Testicular cancer, I think.
Huh?
It's like testicular cancer, I think.
Who has testicular cancer?
You're about to. If you stop fucking listening to me, God is going to curse you.
Holy crap.
He's like, wham, bam, right in your nuts.
Ashkenazi.
Yeah. Fuck. No, isn't that what fucking Movember is about? Is like in support and in recognition of testicular cancer?
I just never knew that. I mean, I always...
Now you do.
I always just thought it was a random, just like, November. Yeah,
I think that's
cute.
what the point of No Nut November is, too.
Interesting.
How are you doing in that, by the way?
I failed that 5 seconds ago.
Yeah. That's what's on the back of my ear. I was wondering, it smelled funny and it's starting to crust over. It's getting fucking itchy.
Went literally 5 fucking minutes without... Oh, shit.
Yeah, I do think I failed that like November 1st.
I said the word.
Ah, damn it. Okay. I was wondering what oh shit was about. All right.
I was just weird, like making putting a restriction on. Okay. Fuck.
Nice.
Putting a restriction on a certain word. Really makes it tempting to use that word.
Yeah, it does. Well, but that's the thing that's funny is like when you're like actively trying not to say a word, you think so meticulously about the sentences that you're gonna say, and it makes it hard to like actually communicate appropriately because you're like so focused on not saying that word that you're like, how am I gonna orient this sentence so that I don't say it? And that word in particular, which I will not say, is so easy to use without even thinking about it. Yeah. Even now, just like jokingly, I'm struggling not to say it.
Oh, fudge. Well, luckily we're not doing hard A.
Not this time. Probably next time, though.
Maybe a little bit easier. It won't be so hard on the old liver. My liver could use a little bit of a break.
You're gonna listen to this shit when you get home. I fucking
on the way home, at home. Yep.
This is right in your wheelhouse.
Wonderful. This
does remind me a fair amount of Tears for Fear, to be fair. And I know you love Tears.
Yeah, dude.
Tears for Fears. Sorry.
The Seeds of Love, 1989. That's like one of my favorite albums of all time.
I have to tell you. So the people won't know this. Obviously, you will. Evan and I lived together for how long did we live? Like 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah, like 4 years. In our apartment that we shared, candidly, and this doesn't really matter from any other perspective than exclusively this conversation, but most of the things that we had that were communal were mine. So I had a TV, I had a stereo system, a fucking Xbox that we would use to go on like YouTube and everything like that, all sorts of shit. And there was so often where I would come home from work, Evan would be on the couch, and he would be watching something on YouTube where I would want to be like, man, I don't want to watch this shit. And like I wouldn't say anything because I, tried to be cool, but so often I'm like, I don't want to watch this fucking garbage, turn this off. And it was a lot of political stuff for a long time. And I'm not saying that to say like I have anything against political content, but a lot of the stuff that you used to watch, I had a lot against. Mm-hmm. We don't need to get too far into that. Obviously, you're a very different person now. We've addressed that at length.
I feel like that podcasts. In itself, like maybe needs some contextualizing. I don't want anyone to think I was a fucking Nazi or something.
No.
No, I mean I was into like I leaned a little bit right.
Yes.
But as everyone now knows who follows the podcast at all, we are very left leaning. Anyhow,
I'm very
venture forth,
myself,
amigo.
Yeah. Which, you know, I don't like talking about politics in general on here because I think this is not the place for it. Gladly, I'll talk about it outside, you know, on Twitter and the YouTube comments, whatever you want to talk about. Like, not on the podcast itself, I'll talk about it. But that's not really the point. In the list of things that would fucking irk me when I would come home, because I'd be like, what is it? What is Evan going to be watching now? Is it going to be fucking Blair White, or is it going to be fucking Tears for Fears? It's one of the two. He's either listening to Tears for Fears or he's watching fucking Dave Rubin. It was one of the two. And I'm not sure at the time which one I frankly hated more.
Ooh.
But I hated both. Now, granted, I say at the time, I specify at the time, because now that I've had time to grow on it and listening to all of it on my own, I do like Tears for Fears. I'm not emphatic about them, but I do like Tears for Fears. I like a lot of their classics. I've listened to a lot of their non-classics. I think many episodes, Evan and I, like, parodically were singing, like, Woman in Chains, even, like... I do like Tears for Fears, but at that time, not only did I not like them,
well, I didn't like Primus, and now I like Primus. So we did a little bit of a swap.
Yeah.
Well, but I think what it is realistically is like, you know, this is new music in my ears has always acted this way. It's like I hear a new sound that is just alien to me. It's something I'm not used to. My ears don't like it. My brain rejects it. I'm like, I don't like it. I don't want it. I push it away for a week, a month, maybe even longer. But after a certain amount of time, I'll eventually say, you know what? There's something about that sound that, like, actually really draws me to it and is actually really endearing.
That being said,
yeah.
How long do you think until you finally become a fan of Billie Eilish?
Billie Eilish.
Yeah, William Eyelash.
Never. I'll never be.
What?
Yeah.
That's rude. I don't really care for her music either.
Yeah.
I don't think her music's that bad, though, to be honest. And I know, like, I'm probably shooting myself in the foot by saying that. I'm not saying that to be like, oh, I think it's great. I think, like, what she's doing is awesome. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is there's a lot of music that should get much more hate than hers. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, my only thing with Billie Eilish and this is
the edginess.
The edginess, yeah, for definitely. I mean, and this is my own personal hurdle.
It just feels like a thing to grapple with.
I don't like
charade.
Yeah, I don't like pretentious 17-year-olds. It just I don't know. I'm just not into that.
A facade. There we go. That's the term I was looking for. It feels like a facade, but.
At best, I'll say like she is a respectable artist. She obviously is responsible about her career. She's not a drug user. I mean, she has really
even
smart
if she
ideas and commentary.
User, I think that would be fine. I don't have anything against drug users. But I know what you mean. It's a
teenage drug user that comes from an affluent background would be
that's true.
Frustrating
for sure.
But
yeah, like someone who's
she seems to be a responsible person who controls her life and controls her artistic career, which is great. It's just her sound I find insipid. So
I have a really yeah, I knew you'd like that.
I don't even like Depeche Mode, and this sounds like Depeche Mode, but it sounds like what I would like Depeche Mode to sound like.
Right. I have admittedly a really bad habit, and obviously this is why I say admittedly. I have a really bad habit of, like, when someone comes to me and they're like, ooh, I have this band, dude, I bet you'd really like them. Like, very specific people. Very, very specific people. I'll be like, all right, sick. And I get excited. And everyone else, I'm like, I don't want to hear it. I don't know what it is. It's probably, honestly, some kind of, like, narcissism, frankly, where I'm like, nah, your taste in music sucks. I don't want to hear what you think that I would like. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I think that's part of what it is like, it so often comes down to, like, I have to think that somebody knows me, like, really, really well to know what I like, so that if they're like, hey, I bet you'll really like this, that I believe them. And short of that, I think if somebody's like, hey, I bet you would like this, and I don't think that they have a pretty solid understanding of what I like, then I'm going to be like, you're probably very wrong, and I'm probably about to be very offended by what you show me that you think that I would. And again, yeah, I'm sure that's purely narcissistic, but yeah, I get really fucking uncomfortable when random ass people are like, oh dude, man, let me show you this band, they're fucking sick, you'll love it. I'll be like, please don't, because I really don't want to tell you that I hate this band that you love.
Yeah, you know, that's interesting. I guess I find that sometimes I'm like the opposite, I guess. Maybe sure. I tend to err on the opposite side of that, where I will like give someone like more benefit of the doubt. So like, you know, let's say I independently find a band and I listen to them and I'm like, this is unremarkable, I don't like it. But if someone came up to me, especially someone I know and isn't a stranger, and said, hey, you should check this out, I think you'd like this, and it's that same band that I'm not crazy about, I'll be like, you know what? I mean, they like it, they obviously see something in it. I mean, it's not my sound, but what is it about it that like allures them? And sure. And yeah, most of the time I won't wind up really liking it still, but and I think sometimes I'll really like see and I honestly think that's like Primus. That's what happened with Primus. Yeah, like I would never be into Primus if it wasn't for you playing them all the time.
I think you're welcome, by the way. I think that's another side of that like narcissism though, is that like I hear what you're saying, I totally understand what you're saying, but I feel very differently. That like by the way, I fucking love this chorus. Very nice. I so often like when somebody like it's like, yeah, listen to this thing that I like, I'm like, man, I don't care about what you like. And again, yeah, narcissism, I get it, but I don't know, that just literally is what it is. Did you catch that one, Evan?
What'd you say?
I said that literally is what it is.
Fucker.
Drink number 2, ladies and gents. Guys and gals and non-binary pals. I haven't said that one in a while.
NBs.
All our NB pals, yeah. Whew.
When I don't take the humongous swig, this shit is like super good.
Yeah, well.
When I drink it like
this little intro is making me really want to get into our post-rock list. Trademarked. Coming soon. To a theater near you. To a podcast near you. To a first cut near you. Man, I wish I was drinking Woodinville whiskey.
Woodinville whiskey is my favorite whiskey.
Woodinville whiskey. Woodinville whiskey is without a doubt the best fucking thing that has ever gone in my mouth and has never come out.
There's not a doubt in my mind that Woodinville whiskey saved my life, my marriage, my home.
Woodinville whiskey is so fucking great. They're the best. Oh man, I haven't talked about Woodinville whiskey in so fucking long. I don't think I have any, and that's really sad. And Woodinville whiskey isn't doing a thing about it, and that's much more sad to me. If anybody, and I mean anybody, listening to this happens to know the people at Woodinville whiskey and thinks like, man, we should hook those boys up, fucking do it.
I had a nightmare last night where I met the devil in person. When I met the devil asked me to give him a gift, and I said, I'm sorry, I don't have a gift for you. And I reached behind my back, and without even realizing it, I felt a glass bottle in my hand. I pulled the glass bottle out from behind me and offered it up to him. It was a bottle of Woodinville whiskey. He said, thank you, this is my favorite whiskey, I love you, go back to Earth and spread the message.
And then he kissed you on the tongue.
And then he kissed me on my tongue.
Yeah. I remember just last week, I saw a living skeleton. And he asked me why I didn't have any radishes in my garage.
Yeah, if anyone didn't know where we're going with this bullshit, yeah.
And I said, sorry, bone bag. I traded all of my radishes for this bottle of Woodinville whiskey, and then I clubbed that motherfucker over the head with it. And I laughed while he cried, and I drank my Woodinville whiskey to the sweet, sweet hymns of his morbid suffering. I would not mind going on this tirade for a while. I fucking love Woodinville whiskey, though. Let it be known, the people in Woodinville, Washington, making casks and casks of that sweet, sweet corn juice. Those guys know what the fuck is up. And I really badly want an endorsement. One of these days I'm going to compile like every time we've ever talked about Woodinville whiskey, and I'm going to send it to him, and I'd be like, what's up?
I take that shit neat. I don't put any gosh dang ice in it.
It's so good. It's so smooth. It's not perfumey. It's delicious. I love it.
It's delicious.
Man, I wish that burp was Woodinville whiskey. I wish I was creating Woodinville whiskey with my fucking
I just remembered that I have a bottle of Woodinville whiskey at home. I also remembered that there's less than 1 shot's worth of whiskey left in that bottle. So when I get home, I'm going to immediately kill myself.
Yeah. I remembered that I have a bottle of Woodinville whiskey at home, but I don't have a bottle of Woodinville whiskey for my wife. My wife, upon learning this, immediately left me and then died. Her soul went to the gray zone where the elder dragons live.
Went to Bolus's meditation realm.
Yeah. She was slain by Lord Nito and Lord Gwyn.
Wow,
and then she came back to fucking planet Earth.
That's like a hell of...
It was like a whole new hell. Because she didn't have any Woodinville whiskey, and we're back.
So we went from Woodinville whiskey to the sickest fucking fanfic I've ever fucking heard.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate that.
That is wicked.
Yeah.
What the fuck possesses us to do this bullshit?
I don't know, but I'm really glad for it. Fuck. Evan, you about ready to move on?
Yeah, I just hope people take a modicum of comedic relief from this bullshit.
Yeah, and drink Woodinville whiskey. And we're back, people. People. You still with me? You're not drunk off your Woodinville whiskey? All right, cool. We're back with Rosegarden Funeral Party. What a fucking phenomenal band name. With the album Once in a While. We're starting with the track, the titular, Once in a While. This band is from Spain. That's pretty fucking cool to me. They make dark wave, which I still consider to be... Excuse me. Which I still consider to be synth pop. Evan, what?
I almost went to Spain.
Why? I'd like to go to Spain.
I was in France, but I didn't make my way to Spain.
Should have gone.
I should have gone. I regret it.
You should have brought me back a Spanish tomato.
Yeah. Spain is big.
Yeah. I've heard. I've heard that Spain is big. Doing like the I-dubs voice.
Oh, lordy.
But E-dubs. Anyways.
Oh, lordy.
When is that motherfucker gonna start making good content again? I mean, I'm glad he's doing bad unboxing again, but like otherwise, like his content is like really fucking...
I don't know.
Content cop again.
Who knows?
Not me. Heard it here first, I-dubs. Love you, boo.
Ooh, okay.
Give you a big old kiss on that goofy mustache of yours. He fucking shaved... He shaved his head recently in a video. Like he shaved his entire head minus a stencil to look like Dre Beats headphones.
Holy crap.
Yeah, it's a real thing. I'll show you that after this. Evan, what say you?
I say hit the record button. I'm just joking.
Shit. We haven't been recording. Evan!
Oh,
no! We haven't been recording this whole fucking time. I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go to the gray zone.
The gray zone.
As I call it now.
Oh, Lordy. Lordy, look who's 40. This is... Yeah.
Lordy, look who's 40. Not me, not you or I.
Hey. Hey,
I don't deserve it. You don't either, but also me.
This shit is fun to play with.
Yeah, Evan has my headphones today because he forgot his, so I'm left with my fucking earbuds. Thanks for that, by the way.
We're not making enough money off the show where I can buy 2 pairs of the same headphones.
That's true. Man, I'd love to be set up in a nice studio, do some fucking vidcap and shit. That'd be awesome.
That'd be wicked.
Have our own little like designated area for this shit. That'd be so sick. Support us.
Have a bottle of Woodinville whiskey just always up in the corner.
Well, see, that's the thing is I would literally. Well, there's a drink. That was genuinely not intentional. But I would seriously, and for truly, I would put a bottle of Woodinville whiskey on like a display thing where it could always be seen and never be open. Like one of their special edition bottles they do. If we had a legitimate studio.
Mm-hmm. Big time.
Yeah, for sure. That'd be sick.
Big time. Okay, now to finally, I have to just talk about the artist because I don't want to get too off track.
Why?
Let's see. Okay, so first pick, obviously more in like a straightforward...
Let me finish my thought.
Go ahead.
Like, subscribe, and share us with your friends, please. This shit is a lot of hard work. I'd appreciate it. And it's almost Christmas, and we want to bump up our sub count. Oh, okay, Evan, go ahead.
Yeah, that's fat.
That's what I was going to say.
Preach, brother.
You
okay.
preach. It's a 2-man job.
Yeah, I am.
Shouldn't be the only one.
The first pick, straightforward new wave, which is awesome. I love. This is venturing, as you can hear, into more of a dark wave and more of a
like post-punk.
like a post-punk vibe, which, you know, I won't lie, isn't necessarily my forte. I like your fez.
Thanks.
Your clear fez. Fuck, you just need a little tassel on it. Oh, Lordy.
Please continue. God. Asshole, this one.
So, you
like
know,
a NyQuil cup on my head.
Post-punk, not necessarily my forte, not my cup of tea, not my wheelhouse, as I like to say.
You do say it a lot.
Necessarily. But I chose to sign off on this pick because I really actually like this.
You say that like you had any fucking say in these picks.
I have say.
You smeltered asshole.
I have some say. Mm-hmm. I have some pull.
I picked all of these picks.
Yeah.
I just showed Evan.
But I signed off.
Listen to me. I'm going to sign off on the forfeit of your life. Fucking dick, this one. No, you're right. You didn't. I showed Evan all of these picks, and I said, what do you think? I don't care! And then I played them anyways.
I'm starting to feel like the deeper we get into this list, it's like we're getting closer to that goth club in Portland.
Oh, dude. Lovecraft,
yeah.
Yeah, speaking of Portland, and the clubs in it. Yeah. You know, Tara and Cece don't live there anymore.
Where do they live?
I don't remember, but it's like South Oregon.
Ooh, nice. I like South Oregon better.
What?
Yeah.
Are you fucking high on crack?
No, I love South Oregon.
Portland is fucking where it's at. Portland is better than Seattle, and I'll fight anyone who disagrees just because I can.
Portland is nasty.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
It's nasty.
What?
Yeah.
I don't think we can be best friends anymore. I love Portland. What? Why this? For why?
Portland.
Did you get like fucking assaulted in Portland? I've been with you, I think, every time you've been to Portland. Except for maybe like before you were like, you know, a young adult, but
it's just I'm just not into Portland that much anymore.
Jesus. What about Powell's?
Powell's is alright.
Yeah, that's one thing out of an entire city. I get that.
Fucking A. I feel like I don't even know you anymore.
Well, you know,
I'm not inviting you next time.
I mean, you said you're going to. I mean,
I said I'm going.
You've driven through
California.
Well, yeah. I mean, you got to go through Oregon.
Yeah. I'm gonna stop in Portland. Trust me.
Well, but I mean, you're gonna have to drive all the way through Oregon, and I mean, I mean, you've been down there, haven't you?
South Oregon?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you haven't?
No, I have not. I haven't been to California really, other than band trips to go to Anaheim.
Let me make it known that South Oregon and very, very northern, like Wairika, you know, in California, and then very, very South Oregon. I love that area because it's just like, to me, that area geographically perfectly mixes what you think of as like Californian geography and like, you know, Pacific Northwest geography, but it's like coming together. It's like, you know, it's right before it becomes California, and it's right before it becomes the Pacific Northwest. And I think it's just, I just love that area. It's just got such a special vibe to it.
I wish I could remember the fucking name of the town they moved to. Maybe it was it Gergamond? Might have been Gergamond.
Interesting.
What do you think? Gergamond? Have you been to Gergamond?
Gergamond.
Yeah. Not to be mistaken with Gergamon, which is a Digimon.
I have never heard of that.
Yeah, I don't think that's
No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not incredibly familiar with all the towns down there.
I'm pretty sure there's no town in the world called Gergamon.
Hey, man, if there would be a fucking place in the world with that town name, it would be in the fucking Pacific Northwest. We have some very interesting.
Do you know who lives in Gergamond? Hopeland and Gonar.
Hopeland and Gonar. Oh, are they doing okay?
I hope so.
Okay.
They're real bros.
I was kind of hoping you'd say they're dead.
Maybe. They might be. I haven't talked to them in a while.
Yeah. So, you know, there you go.
Do you even remember what that's from?
Oh, hell yeah, I remember.
Well, you were like...
That was a Let's Play, wasn't it?
Yeah, but you were like fucking stone drunk when you were watching that thing.
That's right.
Yeah, you were crazy drunk.
That's right.
So you're like, what the fuck is going on? And I just remember, like, at some point I said, like, got like real Christian names like Hopeland and Gonar, and you just started laughing hysterically. And then I think like 5 minutes later you passed out.
Those like Scientology names.
Yeah, seriously.
Fuck. Yeah, those Let's Plays were great.
Yeah, too bad I'm never doing them again.
Fucker.
I might. Probably not. I might. I like the idea of doing Twitch, but like...
If I had the time, the energy, a PC, and shit like that...
Holy God!
Whoa.
That was bananas.
Wow.
I'll borrow my PC and play some games on it right under this if you want.
Yeah.
You know, I got that new Steam controller, so you can fucking rub the little portal dials.
Forget about it already.
Gabe Newell's nipples.
Gabe Newell's nipples?
Yeah.
He actually put his nipples on every one of the...
No. They're like the little, like, fucking portal. They're like a little You know the game Portal? They're like fucking portals. Your fucking thumb goes through them like portals.
Portal's wicked.
Yeah, Portal's a cool game. And then you touch on Gabe Newell's little T-tatas.
Yeah, but they can't count to 3, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Those bastards. Not that I gave a shit about Half-Life at all. But I love, I was about to say Portland too. Fuck. Portland.
I keep drinking when I'm not supposed to.
Yeah, it's just yummy.
Yeah.
It's just so yummy.
I literally keep drinking when I'm not supposed to. Okay, there we go. That's 3.
Did you say it?
How did you not hear that? I was trying to be so blatant with it.
I shut my ears off.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Yeah, drink. Drink,
I'm
Square.
Getting mildly buzzed.
Just in case that was interpreted wrong by anybody, I said square. Drink Square. Like loser. Evan, how you feeling?
Just fine. Just air guitar into the music.
I see that.
What do you think about the music?
I like it. I'm really bad with like articulating specific things, historic things, and the like. when we do these. So I typically just try to like comment or ask questions in general. But I do rather like it. Yeah. I'm really proving my point here. And I'm not remotely buzzed or anything, so I'm not tired for that matter too. I had a Red Bull before this. I just like I have no excuse. I just suck at like commenting on things.
That's all good, homeboy.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate that. Yeah, Evan's more of the has the notes guy. I'm more of the like burp and fart and try to be funny guy.
That's how I've ever gotten a job.
Are you putting your filthy fucking feet on my back pillow, you piece of garbage?
I stepped in shit earlier too. So.
I bet you did.
No, that's how I've gotten
topicality violation.
That's how I've gotten every job I've ever gotten at the interview. I have a knack for just really bullshitting my way to the finish line. Just like, so what skills do you have that you think would benefit our company? Well, the skills that I have that I think would benefit the company are that I'm a hard worker.
A fast learner.
I'm a fast learner, which I'm not.
A fast learner.
I'm a fast learner.
I'm a fast learner.
Yeah. So,
I'm a smart speller and a fart smeller.
I'm a cunning linguist.
Yeah.
And a master debater. Yeah. So, what's the name of the band? Rosegarden Funeral Party, huh?
Yeah, what do you even need me for?
What do you even need?
You can read just fine.
Oh, I can barely fucking read that. My eyes suck. You want to borrow my glasses?
Oh, motherfucker.
They're at your my house.
I left my glasses at your place.
I was going to bring them.
Yeah, I meant to tell you.
I was going to bring them, but I thought he doesn't want these. He wants me to throw them away.
You ate them.
I ate them.
You ate them, yeah.
I sauteed them with some garlic and shallots.
Yeah. Shallots?
Shallots.
Shallots of what? Peanuts? Good God.
Good God, man.
God!
Man.
Yeah, at least your belly button can see really well now.
Great.
How many songs do we have left on this? This is the last song, I think. No, we have one more. Okay, so we're good. That's a longer one. I was just trying to make sure we didn't run out of time and just have like awkward silence, you know what I mean?
Whatever.
You keep talking like that, you're gonna make me smile. Evan's way taller than me right now. I gave him this big boy fucking booster seat.
Yeah.
It's weird having to look up at somebody because I'm 6'6". I mean, like every once in a while it happens, but pretty fucking uncommon.
I know I belong.
Yeah.
I know it's good for me.
Chillio.
Feeling like you're about ready to move on there, F-word?
Carry on my wayward son.
Alright, bro. Let's go ahead and get on with our dang old third pick. Okay, people. We are back with our third out of 4 picks. The band is called Vosh. Album Exquisite Pain. And the title track. The first track, Burial Ground. This is much more of a dark, I would say almost like kind of like goth.
Straight goth, yeah. I mean,
okay, thank God they actually did have goth in their fucking...
I warned everyone. I said in the last pick.
You know what?
I said it. We're moving in this direction. We're going from new wave to post-punk to goth.
Yeah. This album was released on the same day as our first pick.
Holy crap.
Isn't that something? But I was reading through the notes, and one of the notes says down here, it says Photo and Hair by Holly Burham. And I really like that they included like, hey, this nice young lady, she did my hair for this photo that she also took. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
The group or young lady making the music, whomever, young individual I should say, is from Baltimore, Maryland. That's cool. And yeah, I like this.
Yeah, you know,
What?
I, as I said before, I'm not normally a huge fan of this style, but I actually really like this because of it invokes to me, for one, kind of the sound of a Morgan Kibbe era M83, which I really love. So like Saturdays Equal Youth, for people who are familiar with that album. Amazing album, which that album is just a big love letter to the mid 80s and new wave music and post punk. But also like you know, harkens to like if Kate Bush was like hella
You're gonna steal my
sultry.
comment, you motherfucker.
Well,
The one comment I make, you piece of shit.
yeah. Well, he was gonna say it sounds like Kate Bush, but then I was gonna
I
add.
say vaguely.
Well, I mean, yeah,
But
no, it
yes,
is
you're
very, very vaguely, but
Yeah.
like if Kate Bush was like goth,
Yeah.
like yeah,
I just love. I only razz you about it because it's like, oh, cool. Evan's done saying his 2 cents. He also said the one thing that I was gonna say, so I guess I'm just not gonna fucking say anything. I get it. I'll keep my fucking mouth shut. But it was like I had said before we started doing the list while we were listening to everything. I was like, she actually kind of reminds me very vaguely of Kate Bush in like her vocal styles, and I was like, yeah, kind of. So like, yeah, when he said that, I was like, you motherfucker.
I didn't see anything.
One thing I was gonna say. Anyways, now that I'm done being mad,
Going to the glove compartment.
yeah, go to the glove compartment.
Shit, man.
I don't want to do this, but we gotta toss
How much?
the Quaaludes.
How much YouTube shit can we just like
That'd be a
plug?
challenge. Fucking smash that like button if you want to see just like an episode of nothing but YouTube references, especially obscure ones or semi-obscure.
Yeah.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol? Let me check. God, I fucking love that.
Let me just piss on this thing real quick. Okay, here you go, officer. Okay.
What is that?
No, I was just saying, as if that scenario panned out.
Oh, I was like, I thought that was a real thing. I was like, I don't know that reference.
No. Oh, let me yawn real quick.
Yeah, I've been coughing and burping the whole fucking night, but people are going to be really upset if you yawn for a little bit.
Well, I just don't want the world to know how drowsy I am from all this frickin' Ambien and stroking.
Evan railed a few lines of Ambien. It was pretty insane. I told him, like, you know it's not going to get you high, right? He said, I don't care.
I wanted to get fucked up for the podcast, so I took 3 ibuprofen.
You know, it was another great classic fucking meme that I think has like really, really died out in the years, or I should just not meme, but like just a classic YouTube video is fucking Unforgivable. Obviously, I can't quote much of that, but I just like one of my favorite lines. One of the very few ones I can quote was from I think it's from number 4, where he's like, and her girlfriend came up to me and he was wearing a Letterman's jacket. I said, what kind of sport you play, pansy? And he said, I'm a football player. And I said, I don't care.
Yeah. Yep, that's
I love it.
one of the only repeatable lines.
Yeah.
Yeah. That shit's
Obviously,
fun.
like, I gotta be a little careful with saying pansy, but short of that, yeah. One of the very few things that I can say. Shit's hilarious.
Yes.
But that's the thing. That's the thing with that. To anybody who's gonna judge me severely, which you probably should do anyways, is I have such the like. To me, what I find funny is like challenging what is acceptable, and not like in a very serious way, like, oh, I'm going to be overtly controversial, but saying things that shouldn't be funny hyperbolically, like to make them funny. That to me is hilarious, and that is exactly what those videos are. Like a really extreme, like
if you had any remote belief that this person was real or the stories that they were telling was real, you'd be like, wow, you must be the goddamn devil. But because it's so over the top and ridiculous, you understand, like, obviously this isn't real. It's for the sake of a joke. And to me, that is fucking hilarious. And that might make me a bad person, admittedly, among other things, some of which that we've even talked about tonight. But I do find it funny. Whereas Evan only watches the 700 Club.
Whatever the pissing that is.
You don't know what the 700? It's like a Christian talk show.
Is it?
Yes.
Interesting.
That is actually what it is.
Yeah. All I know about is the 27 Club.
That's a very different thing. Are you gonna try and get into the 27 Club this year? I'm waiting until people give a fuck about me, and then I'm gonna act like I don't know nobody, and then be out this mud.
There's a lot of people on the list. The guy from Badfinger, Jimi Hendrix, Kurt Cobain.
Jimi Hendrix was not in Badfinger.
Oh, you bastard.
Neither was Kurt Cobain.
Holy crap. I've been derailed.
Fuck my career as an orator. It's over.
Also, what, Angus Young? Or Bon Scott? I can't remember.
I was gonna say Angus Young is still alive.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Bon Scott.
Bon Scott, yeah, I'm pretty sure. God, really? Only 27, huh?
Yep.
I knew he died young, but I didn't think he was that young.
Yep. What's her face? Amy Winehouse. Yeah, most recent one, I think.
Oh, yeah. I don't think she was the most recent. I think she was the second to most recent. Very recent, though. Orange Chicken.
Mac Miller.
Yeah,
Shit.
That's right.
Yeah.
I do think he was the most recent.
Yeah.
If he wasn't, he was definitely one of them.
Yeah, holy shit. That was big.
Yeah, because it was literally not that long ago.
That was like a year ago, maybe. You
It's for people. All the beautiful people.
I will fucking call Woodinville Whiskey and cancel.
Woodinville Whiskey? You're going to cancel Woodinville Whiskey? I'm going to cancel Woodinville, Washington. I'm going to cancel the air that they produce surrounding the city that gives them life. Sustains their life.
I love Woodinville, Washington. Woodinville, Washington is a beautiful city. It has great areas.
It's okay.
It has buildings that are structurally sound.
All right.
And built.
What? Structurally sound?
Yeah, they're built to.
You're just talking about a building?
They're built to zoning regulations. And
they were built by a guy.
Woodinville, Washington is, out of all the cities in this world, it is one of them.
Yeah. I used to work in Woodinville, Washington.
Me too.
Building buildings, oddly. Yeah, but you weren't building buildings. I was building houses.
I was spraying bug drugs.
Yeah, true. Can we talk about that? Evan is wearing an pest control beanie. I said that I was going to talk about this if he wore it. Evan used to work.
It's pretty badass when we can naturally just segue into a topic like that.
Yeah.
How convenient.
Yeah, Evan used to kill bugs and small animals. And then, consequently, shortly afterwards,
he became a pest control.
Yeah, he became a pest control. His being became one of a pest control. He became a
pest controller. Pest control technician.
Yeah, that's true.
Jesus Christ. Wait, were you trying to go for that joke? Or did I
No, I was not. I said you became a fucking vegan.
Oh,
see,
I thought you were saying
there.
Evan killed bugs and small animals and then later decided to become a pest control technician.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is really fucking funny, though. That's better than what I said, for sure.
Yeah, I became a vegan, though. That's true.
You know what's funny? Evan actually used to shoot videos. I really hope I still have one. I might, because he sent me a few. But he used to wear
like a visor, and he would wear like Oakley sunglasses on the back of his head, which was really confusing because he'd wear the visor backwards too. So they kind of just wound up pointing in the same direction. Not a lot doing there, but he would take videos where he would go to people's houses, get in their crawl spaces with like a big flashlight, lay on his back, and he'd be like, "What's up, people? I'm Guy Fieri, and welcome to Flavortown." And then he'd bite the heads off of fucking rats.
Man.
It was really fucking insane. Like, I mean, I don't like using ableist terms like crazy and insane, but I don't know how the fuck else you describe that. It was a sight to behold. Yeah, he was a big Viner back when that was a thing too.
Yeah, remember Vine?
Yeah. Do you guys remember Vine? Smash that fucking like button if you speak English.
Follow us on Vine.
Follow us on TikTok. Evan's on Musical.ly. I'm on Pornhub. I'm on what is that? I'm on Hamster Cams. I'm on Redbox. I know. I mean, I'm sitting on a Redbox.
Isn't there
right
one
now.
called like Mr. Skin or something?
Yeah. I don't think that's a porn site. I think that's like they catalog like nude scenes from movies. But that is a thing. That is a real thing.
Yeah, someone told me that existed one time.
Somebody told me Mr. Skin was a real thing. Yeah. It was me. I told you that. No. But yeah, Evan used to bite the heads off of rats and act like they were bees churgers. It was fucking something. He'd be like, "Oh man, this poutine is fucking gangster."
Yeah. That's right.
I remember that one time where you Skyped me while you were working for Orc, and I thought this is extremely unprofessional. Not what you did, but the fact that you Skyped me on the job. You Skyped me, and you grabbed a small rabbit that was in a fucking trap, and you said, "Check this shit out," and then you bludgeoned it to death, which I thought was really fucked up, to be honest with you.
You know what is really fucked up? Is
What?
that I actually did have to do that.
Really?
Yeah.
I was kidding.
Yeah. I mean,
Those traps actually can be pretty fun.
I don't mean to get fucking real on this goddamn podcast.
No, it's already happened now.
Yeah, for the faint of heart, like, please, warning.
Skip ahead about
5
2
seconds.
minutes,
Yeah, I'll give you 5 second warning. It's about to get like gory.
Content warning. 5,
yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, go ahead and tell me.
Yeah, I mean, I was in Issaquah, and there was a family of rabbits that had gotten into a rat bait box.
Oh yeah, you told me about this.
And yeah, they were actively dying, and I chose to do the merciful thing, and yeah.
Can we, like, a lot of those traps, to be fair, especially the civilian ones and not the professional ones, in my experience, are really fucking cruel. And granted, there's
I'm really glad I got out of that industry. Big
there's a
time.
lot that are like
Very
really
glad.
misdesigned. So we're like, again, we're still in the trigger warning, but like you'd be like, oh yeah, there's this whatever type of trap, and it's like, oh yeah, somebody's cat got stuck in it. It's like, oh dude.
Yeah, that industry is, it's really fucked up. If you have like a semblance of empathy for animals, as I wound up having after I left that job.
Yeah, that's why I made the vegan comment.
Yeah. If you have a semblance of empathy for animals, then it's such a disgusting industry.
Yeah. Anyways, enough of that. On to the next pick.
Yeah, for real. Jesus Christ, too real.
And we're back with our last pick, people. I hope you're still with us. I hope too many of you didn't hit unsubscribe when we got a little real there. Our last pick, the artist Born Days, the album Where We Live, the titular track Where We Live. This shit is sick. This reminds me a little bit of like Purity Ring. And I love Purity Rings. Nice in that kind of like witch house territory.
Yeah, this is actually a really great. This is a great pick for like the end of the list too.
Oh yeah.
Because I think it like it puts a good kind of bookend on sort of where we started with like kind of straightforward new wave, but then like also does mix in like a little bit more of that like post-punk, dark wave, gothic kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's a nice mix. It's not so dark as the last one, and it's not so light as the first one.
I love it.
So that's
Probably
great.
going to be buying this one. I meant to say this during the last pick. I think I mentioned this a few episodes ago, but if any of the artists we pick are hearing this, like, you know what? That's really cool. These guys do this. I'm really into what they do, etc., etc. Feel free to reach out to us. We love talking with the people that we feature. Like, obviously, we love your music. That's why we feature it in general. But we love connecting with these artists that we feature. But on top of all of that, anyone that wants to send me a shirt, I don't give a shit about Evan. Anybody that wants to send me a shirt, I'm trying to build kind of a fashion collection for the IG. I think I'm at like 3 right now, but I really want to get to like 10 or so. And then I'm going to make a big feature of like, check out all of these artists that we featured and their merchandise and shit like that. And I'm going to plug the merch. So if you want to send me a shirt, feel free. Anybody, that applies to anybody that we've featured at any point in time at all. Send me a shirt. I'll wear the shit out of it. Trust me. I'll wear it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm a 3X because I'm a fucking ogre. I'm a giant
I
ogre.
won't lie. If you send me a shirt, I'll use it as pajamas.
Yeah, if you send it to me, I'll actually like wear it in public where people will see it. Or if you send me a shirt, Evan will wear my shirt as pajamas.
I'll wear it to where my kids can see it.
Yeah. I'll wear it just like in general. I love wearing band shirts. I have a White Arms of Athena shirt. Mm-hmm. You guys remember them from my Gone Too Soon list?
Yeah, and you got that Pariah, what is it? No, not Pariah.
Perius.
Perius. That's
I have Perius. I have Small Talks. Oh my god! I can't believe I forgot to mention this. Holy shit. This has been weighing so much on my mind, and I haven't talked about it. I meant to talk about it on the last episode even, but now we're here. Vest Ascension. Vest Ascension. The second band that I featured in my Gone Too Soon list. It turns out that despite being on a kind of long hiatus, they are actually making music again, and they're almost done with producing a new EP that I believe is supposed to be coming out by the end of this year. Please don't quote me on that. I'm not looking at the message. I did talk to Justin from Vesta. We connected, we talked, and that was fucking sick. Love you, buddy. Hope everything's going well on that side of the world. Hey, party people, it's your number one co-host here. Unfortunately, at this part of the recording, we are having some technical issues with our DAW, so the clean audio that you're used to hearing cuts out, and we had to defer to the audio from OBS to make up for the rest of the footage. So sorry about that. Also sorry for the lack of a pop filter on my microphone this episode. We'll make our best attempt to make sure that this does not happen in future episodes. But please try to enjoy the rest of the show. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, it was cool. It was a really nice conversation. I'm very excited to hear that they've got new music coming out. I'm fucking elated. Justin has his own music coming out, which he said is in the same vein. It is different, though. So go follow Justin. I know he's on Instagram. Would you hand me my phone, please, so I can look up his Instagram to put it? He's on Instagram. They're on Facebook. They might be on Twitter. Vest Ascension is super easy to find. No, it's not. VESTASCION Ascension, but with Vest in front of it. Man, I got hella messages right now. Justin's Instagram. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for interrupting me twice even. Justin's Instagram, where you can find all of this shit out. It's just, it's Justin Gosnell, JustinGosnell. Fucking follow the artists, dude. He's friends with the guys from Periphery, so you can see a lot of behind the scenes Periphery shit, which is kind of cool. Not necessarily like their music, but just like them hanging out. it's cool shit. I'm so fucking excited for their music. When that comes out, I plan on buying a shirt from them. So there will be that. That'll be on the list as well. But yeah, again, if you want to send me a shirt, please send me a shirt. Just in general, whoever you are, if we featured you at any point, send me a shirt with 3X. Love that. Be sick, and I will certainly rep the hell out of it. I'll post about it and everything. But yeah, feel free to reach out. I love hearing from you guys. It's fucking awesome.
Yes. Absolutely.
And of course, as that album comes out, I will keep you guys appraised because it's fucking sick. We might even feature it. We'll see. Or I'm sorry, it's an EP. But yeah, when it comes out, we'll feature it.
That's badass.
Yeah, I'm so fucking thrilled. I'm so happy for them. Yes.
Oh man, all this drinking has got me
Would you say that That's 5. That's 5. It was intentional, but that's 5. I'm probably gonna finish this year off and hope that that's the rest of it, so I want to fucking
what's wrong with
That is a thick beer, dude. Oh god.
That's a good passing out beer right
Yeah, you want to cuddle? A little bit? Of course they can ears. I hate the sound of horses. I've lived with horses pretty much my entire life. And it's funny, the sound of them eating, like the lip smacking, always drove me nuts. And it's funny to me that my grandfather, before he passed away, again, yeah, pretty much my entire life, he used to make the same sound when he was eating, and I could never correlate. I was like, God, that sounds familiar. And it always drove me insane. But, yeah, I'd be like outside feeding the horses and hear them eating like a bunch of fucking animals, and then come inside and hear my grandpa eating like a fucking animal. And be like, God, this is just fucking inescapable! How's it going? How's it going?
Great. It's been a good list.
Yeah, dude, I'm happy with it. Please support the podcast. We're not ending right now, but please support the podcast. Like, share. It means so much. We're trying to get to a point where we can start doing this on YouTube and start doing these episodes more recurrently. We're trying to get to a point where we have an actual set schedule of like a specific day and time every single week. Really trying to make that happen. Obviously, the more support we have, the more followers, the more likes and comments and everything else, the easier that's going to become for us to be able to do that more appropriately. I really want to get this to a point where we're doing it from a designated studio, and we're doing like live video while we're actually like recording ourselves, responding and everything. Like I don't mind just being a ghostly voice, but I would prefer to be a person IRL. That'd be cool. That's the goal, people. But gotta pay the dues, I guess. But the more support we get, the quicker we can pay those damn dues. What? Okay. How do you feel about that, Evan? You want to weigh in, act like you care a little bit? Yeah, you do.
I love you guys. Support it.
I know I do. We love you guys so much from the bottom of our hearts. So just, show a little bit of that love back. Yeah.
Yes.
Anyways, this music is fucking sick. I love it. All of the bands we featured today are awesome. We haven't done a pick of the week in quite a while, but I don't know if this would be my pick of the week. Certainly, it's way up there. It was either this or our first pick. But, God, they're just both so good. I mean, they're all really phenomenal. I love both of those picks so much. Like, I would genuinely buy them. I would genuinely listen to them, like, while driving, while going for a drive, if you will. Those things, it's so good. This artist has a lot more support than the other ones. Certainly not an overwhelming amount, but quite a bit. Actually, looks like this album was released October 2019 too. What day was that released? October 4th. I thought we were gonna fucking pull a turkey there. Like, wow, they were all released on Halloween this year. Huh? Well, not all. 3 out of 4. I was thinking. Anyways, would you fucking stop that? I have a barbell with about 120 fucking pounds on it, and Evan was like, you know, it's a good idea. I should try to pick this up. You're gonna break my foot, and I'm gonna be fucking pissed. Like, seriously, I'm gonna be really mad. Look, that end is really close to my foot. Yeah, another big reason that I really want to go to another studio is because I'm doing these in my home right now, which is very, very small. I'm doing that fucking tiny house living. And I do try to work out, so I have fucking weights in here. I try to get strong.
That's crazy.
That's enough. What happened to the little one?
Not sure. Oh, it's over there.
Not sure. I just kicked it the fuck away. I don't know who did that. I'm gonna become the new water champ, I think. I'm gonna make my goal. Like, by episode 50, I'm gonna buy Your Mom's House, which, by the way, I love Your Mom's House. If we ever become remotely known podcasters, Tom and Christina, just saying, put me out there. I don't care about it, but put me out there. Big fans of you too. I'm gonna buy one of their fucking Water Champ water bottles and start drinking it on every episode and see if I can just drink more water than Miss Pajinski. And I guess I shouldn't call her that because she does identify as non-binary. But Miss Christina P. And see if I can drink more water all the time and become the new declared water champ. You guys help me make that happen. I'll fucking do it. I'll start missing buckets just to watch. I do think I am probably moderately taller than she is, so I probably have a bigger stomach. So I probably could. We'll find out. Fucking game on. What are you thinking, Evan?
Cool.
Sweet.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've talked about another podcast on the show, though.
Interesting.
Checked out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you look like you're about to fall asleep. You about ready to wrap it up there, sleepy boy? Big time. What? Like what?
Gabriel.
Well, people, we've had so much fun today. We've had ups, we've had downs, we've had levity, we've had darkness, we've had life, and we've had violence, and we've had death. We've had chaos.
That's actually not.
We've had order. No, I know it's not untrue. It's why I'm saying it. You fucking piss ass. We've had chaos. We've had order. We've had music. We've had silence. Evan had an erection for a good 26 minutes or so. I poked at it a little bit with my elbow because they're about the same size. Well, it's about the same width. I think we've all had a good time today. I know I have. But I got drugs to do. I can't fill them on the microphone. Speaking of drugs, if you can help it, don't do them. Especially not meth. don't drink and drive. Practice safe sex. Evan, you have anything you want to add to that? Any specific, nice wisdoms?
Don't drink in excess.
I mean, I feel like that's in the same vein of don't drink and drive, and or else.
Get drowsy.
If you see an elf, try not to have sex with it. I get that it's tempting, but especially like another big one too. You should really stay away from his garden gnomes. Those aren't even real people; they're plaster. Don't put your pink meats anywhere near that. I get that those big pointy hats are tempting, but you know, just probably don't do that.
Bro.
Love you guys. Have a good night.
Bye.